blah, blah, blah. Intro, intro, intro. Make a stupid joke about the importance of light in video production. Awkward silence. Oh, didn't know you were already recording. Just kidding, there's no one here but me. In this life, I'm truly all alone. Joking, I have a friend. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about lighting. Lighting is one of the most essential ways to elevate your video productions. More specifically, we're going to talk about three-point lighting, a great launching off point for beginners to the subject. Wow, I put this in a dumb spot. Sound guy. I miss the old days. Just kidding, I never had a sound guy. All right, so three-point lighting uses lighting at 3 points. We've got the key light, the fill light, and our backlight. With these 3 light sources, you can make your subject pop while keeping the shadows in control. Our model today will be my good friend Manny here, as he has tested negative for the coronavirus. See, I told you I had a friend. I really don't like who I'm becoming. So when lighting, I generally start from 0 and turn all of the lights off. Then I'll turn on what's called the key light. The key light is your main source of light and is usually placed to one side of the camera. The key is generally the most powerful source of light, and with just this light you can get a dramatic look on your subject. Changing the angle of your key will affect the shadows, so be sure to play around with this. The key light gives you a decent start, but you may notice that the other side is looking a little shadowy, which is where our fill light comes in. The fill light is placed on the opposite side of the camera from the key to fill in the shadows. Yeah. The fill light is usually a little less powerful than the key, so there's still some depth to the face. But again, play around with it and see what you like. If you don't have professional lights where you can change the intensity using a dial, you can also change the intensity of the light depending on how close or far you place it from the subject. So if you're trying to get the key to be more powerful than the fill light, and they're the same lights, have the key be closer and the fill be a little further away. If you're looking for a more even light setup, place the fill approximately the same distance away from your camera as your key light. A quick note about the key and fill lights. I would recommend them to be height-wise a little above eye level. Otherwise, you can get some unintentional shadows that may be unflattering to your subject. And finally, our third light is our backlight. The backlight, also known as the hair light, is usually placed opposite the key light or behind the subject. Height-wise, I'd recommend it to be above the subject with an angle of about 45 degrees downward. This adds a halo effect to the subject and helps separate them from the background. I personally feel that the backlight is where a lot of the magic happens, so don't sleep on this one. So those are the basics of three-point lighting, but it doesn't end there. I highly encourage you to experiment. As we talked about before, you can adjust the brightness and the angle of various lights. For a more moody look, get rid of your fill light and lean into those shadows. Try only using a backlight and see how that feels. My friend Manny and I, that's right, my friend, had a great time messing around with lighting, and you can too. Lighting is an art unto itself, but it's super fun and doable, so definitely get your hands dirty, start messing around with lighting, and as always, let me know if you have any questions or ideas for other tutorials. You can email me at peter@cctvcambridge.org. Keep creating, and we'll see you next time.